You sat down to relax. 10 minutes in, your leg starts bouncing. Your hand reaches for your phone before your brain even decides to move it. Somewhere underneath it, a quiet voice says, you should be doing something, not this. Something that counts. You call this laziness guilt. But the real answer is far stranger. This feeling didn't start with deadlines or notifications. It started almost 2 million years ago on dry grassland, in a body that could not afford to sit still for long. Picture your ancestor resting under a tree. To you, that looks like relaxation. To their body, it looked like risk. Every hour spent still was an hour not spent finding food or watching for predators. Rest wasn't neutral. Rest was expensive. Anthropologist Sarah Blaffer Hrdy has studied how human survival depended on constant cooperative effort. In small ancestral bands, a person who rested too long wasn't just idle. They were a liability. The group noticed. The body, shaped by millions of years of this pressure, built in a warning system for it. That system is still installed in you, fully active, unaware the world has changed. Your brain cannot tell the difference between I might starve and it's a Tuesday afternoon. Both trigger the same alarm, the same tight chest, the same urge to check, to move, to do. Your nervous system doesn't read calendars. It reads stillness. And stillness, for most of history, meant danger was coming. Now add something your ancestors never dealt with, constant visibility. For most of human history, effort was witnessed by 20, maybe 50 people. Psychologist Robert Cialdini has spent his career studying how deeply humans track social standing, because in ancestral groups, then standing meant survival. Groups protected contributors and abandoned freeloaders. Now think about your phone. Every scroll shows a stranger's highlight reel. Your ancient brain, built to track 50 people, now processes the effort of millions. It cannot tell a stranger apart from your actual tribe, so it panics. It tells you that you're falling behind a group you were never designed to compete with. This is why rest feels like falling behind, even when you know better. Logic isn't running this system. Instinct is. Researcher Christopher Berglund has written on how chronic busyness activates the same stress pathways as physical threat. Cortisol rises, focus narrows, the body prepares for danger that never arrives, because the danger was never real. It was a memory dressed up as a modern obligation. I mean, here's the twist. Rest was never the enemy of survival. It was the requirement for it. Studies of the Hadza people of Tanzania show something surprising. Their working hours were often shorter than a modern workday. Long stretches were spent resting, storytelling, socializing, not because effort didn't matter, but because the body needed real recovery to perform when it counted. Industrialization changed the meaning of time. Human value got measured in hours logged, not tasks needed for survival. The alarm system stayed the same. Only the trigger changed. Now it's not, did I gather enough food? It's, did I answer enough emails, prove enough worth? Productivity culture feels convincing because it speaks directly to a survival instinct that already exists in you. It doesn't need to convince you rest is dangerous. Some part of you already believes that. It just keeps reminding you. So what do you do with a 2 million year old alarm system living in a body that mostly needs to sit on a couch sometimes? You don't silence it, but you can recognize it. The tight chest when you haven't achieved anything isn't truth. It's an outdated alert, firing in a world that no longer matches the one it was built for. Think about your ancestor under the tree again. They weren't avoiding effort. They were preparing for it. Recovery wasn't the opposite of survival. It was the mechanism of survival. Nothing about that has changed in you. What changed is that you were taught to feel guilty for the very thing your body still requires. So tonight, when that familiar tightness creeps in, telling you that you should be doing something, remember what it actually is. Not a message about your worth, an ancient alarm, misfiring in a world it was never built for, still trying in its own outdated way to keep you alive.